And because I'm thinking about as a father, do you make your kids go to church, or what does that look like as a father? Because oftentimes we're talking about leading our home. Does leading the home mean that you make your kids go for those of us who are in faith? Like that's often a conversation that is brought up as a father. Like, is that what when do you
I
stop
don't
making your kids go?
I know for me, my growing up, it came a point where my mom was the spiritual leader in my home. My dad checked out. He was present, but he was unaccounted for due to substance abuse. But my mom was the spiritual leader, and it came a point where she stopped requiring my older brother to go. I wanted to go. I wanted to continue to go, and so I would go. My younger brother, we would go. But it came a point where my she asked my older brother if he wanted to continue to go, and he said no. I'd rather work or just step away and start accessing what I truly believe. And so she respected that. However, I'm approaching it like this as a father. I don't want to twist my arm. I don't want to twist the arm of my children to go to church. Now, when you're elementary school age, heck, middle school, you don't have a choice. Get your tail up, you're going to church with me. All right. However, my daughter's 16 now. I want to have conversations with her that the professors are going to have with her in college, right? That's going to try to deter her from her faith. And so I want her to want to come to church. I want her bigger than church. I want her to want to have a conversation, a relationship with God, with her heavenly Father. And so what can I do to cultivate and to nurture that in my home? Because I can't chunk it off to the youth pastor, right? It's not solely his responsibility to disciple my daughter and disciple my son. That's on me. That's on me and my wife. And so, especially my son, I'm starting to lean more into my son now that nurturing season is transitioning to where he needs to be with dad. And so I'm taking him on trips with me. I'm taking up golfing with him and finding ways to really connect and start his manhood journey, which he'll start at 13. But it comes from just a daily rhythm, a weekly rhythm of building a culture in my home that leads to a deeper relationship with Christ, with my kids. And so I never want to come from a place where it's just like, you have to come to church. Because 10 times out of 10, they're going to rebel, especially if there's zero relationship there. You know, when there's no relationship and your truth without relationship equals rebellion. That's the equation there. And so I never want to be at a place where I'm forcing my kids to come to church when they don't want to. I know we had to do a church switch years ago because we were at a church where the median age was like 65 and 70. There was our kids were the only kids, and it was a small congregation. And so we had to switch for different reasons because we wanted to be in a community of others who were raising children like we were, right? And we needed a community of other parents so that we could bounce thoughts off of and do life together and what have you. And so we did that. And now our kids beat us getting dressed for church in the morning. Like real talk. They're waiting, they're starting at the car. They're like, Mom, they ain't ready. Like y'all late. Y'all they had a friend group there. They love the word, the way that it's packaged at this church that we attend now. And they're growing in their faith and they're curious about their faith and their relationship with the Father. So that's a long answer to a short question.
That's good. That's good, man.